I think it's possible. Obviously, I have a very particular point of view. So I started a company 10 years ago, really seeing that for a bunch of different reasons, you had companies like Apple and Tesla decide they were going to team up with Foxconn or Shanghai Automotive. And what happened was there was a massive transfer of process IP for manufacturing, new technology, then training people to go through a fast cycle and develop that supply chain and develop new technologies. And that manufacturing know-how is key strategically. 10 years ago when I looked at it, I said, basically Western companies had created Industry 4.0 in China. I 2.5 years ago when I started doing aerospace and defense work with our technology, you had people at the general admiral level go, we've got to do Industry 4.0. That's where I knew that I was right, which is we needed a leapfrog because people were just talking about Industry 4.0 and it had already happened somewhere else, right? In our major peer rival with more capacity. So to me, what we needed to do to leapfrog China was create a fully digital system, meaning we have capability of machine learning and AI here. That can translate into automated engineering of an optimized structure. The way then you express that in a way, I'll call it design agnostic manufacturing. The problem with, and it's a structural problem, drawing capital into manufacturing is, a manufacturing company traditionally has to create expensive tooling for one product and an expensive factory with fixturing for that one product, right? It's like a music box playing 1, 2. When you generate that structure, if you're able to print it in the same machine at industrial rate and cost, you've solved that problem. So we created a printer, the first printer, the only printer out there that's actually able to do that. Then you have to assemble those pieces. And so rather than assemble those pieces by fixturing a factory, we created the assembly features in the pieces that get printed.